Tonight, endangering lives or better money management. Winnipeg's fire chief faces a battle with union leaders. Plus, a warning tonight, stay away from lakes, rivers, and creeks. Also, street-proofing your child at Channel 5 News Hour special report.
Channel 5 News Hour with Ron Kronstein, Barbara Lee Edwards, Sylvia Kuzik with weather, and Steve Vogelsang with sports.
A Canadian artist paid tribute to Premier Gary Filmon today.
Viktor Mitic is from Etobicoke, Ontario, and he spent most of the past 2 years painting portraits of Canadian politicians. Well, today at the legislature, the self-described neo-surrealist unveiled his portrait of the Premier. Now, although Filmon isn't sure where the portrait will hang, he seemed quite impressed with the artist's creative approach.
I don't think I've got a wall big enough for it, but it is beautiful, and I think it should remain here as part of the collection.
What do you think of the likeness?
Well, one should never judge oneself, but I think the face is a reasonably good likeness. He obviously has followed the photographs very well.
It's a good likeness. I'd have to get a good look at the painting. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background there that I'm sure is symbolic of something.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in the background there.
There's a lot of stuff going on there.
That's right. Well, it's art. Mm-hmm. That's going to be on the new license plates. Sylvia Kuzik is...
Daily diversions. Why Winnipeg's ambulance service says it's having trouble keeping up. And the I-Team goes undercover to investigate machines that offer amazing medical results.
24 Hours with Diana Swain.
Winnipeg. Premier Gary Filmon received a portrait of himself today, not from a Manitoba artist, but from one based next door. An Ontario artist presented Filmon with the portrait, done in what he calls a neo-surrealist style. The artist, born in the former Yugoslavia, says although he's never met the Premier, he sees him as a great progressive politician, and he's presenting each Premier and the Prime Minister with a portrait as a gift to promote national unity.
Contribution to this country. I think this is a great country, beautiful country, and we all have to work together, I guess, to keep it together.
It is beautiful, and I think it should remain here as part of the collection.
What do you think of the likeness?
Well, one should never judge oneself, but I think the face is a reasonably good likeness. He obviously has followed the photographs very well.
Beautiful and big. As of late this afternoon, the Premier's office still hadn't found a wall big enough to hang the portrait.
And on Newsline, parents give the Filmon government a failing grade for education funding.
And in the eye of the beholder, the Premier receives a portrait from a neo-surreal artist.
Live from CKMD, Winnipeg TV, this is Newsline with John Loveland, Kristen Firth, Curtis Moore, Lisa Best, and Joe Pascucci.
Known as Myanmar.
Premier Gary Filmon played the part of a furniture mover today as he took delivery of a new portrait.
Let's put it up against here. I'm going to have to find a big wall for this picture.
The Ontario artist and Premier Filmon carried the towering portrait into the Premier's office this morning. The painting is by Etobicoke artist Viktor Mitic, a self-described neo-surrealist painter. It features the Premier, the Winnipeg skyline, and a Manitoba landscape.
Oh, really?
The Premier received the painting, but he's not sure where he'll be able to hang it.
We'll have to discuss that with the government art people, because I don't think I've got a wall big enough for it, but it is beautiful, and I think it should remain here as part of the collection.
What do you think of the likeness?
Well, one should never judge oneself, but I think the face is a reasonably good likeness. He obviously has followed the photographs very well.
The Premier may find the resemblance striking, but Manitobans we spoke with are divided.
I don't know why somebody would have done this kind of picture.
There's too much other stuff all around.
It looks like our Premier. I don't think it's, I wouldn't say it's derogatory towards him, but I don't think it would flatter him a whole lot either.
What do you think? Does it not look like him?
Well, I think it does. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's wonderful.
The artist is currently working on portraits of all 10 premiers and the Prime Minister. The Government Services Department will ultimately decide where the portrait will be displayed. The artist raised money privately to pay for the portrait.
And our own work of art